Hello again. Time for another taste test. This time I'm going to doing something I've never done. Despite living in the US for most of my life and having had Coke and Pepsi interchangeably, I've never done a taste test that I can recall. Maybe I have, but I don't remember. In any case, I think I know the difference in their tastes, but I haven't had regular Coke in a while. Recently, I mostly drink Coke Zero. So it's going to be kind of a nice change of pace for me to have the classic Coke side by side with the Pepsi. Now this is in Japan, and Japan uses corn syrup, so this is going to be similar to the taste of Coke and Pepsi in the U.S. So we'll see how it goes. We'll give it a try. Try a little bit of both. Well, I guess first thing we can see is the carbonation from the Coke is quite strong, especially initially, but the foam dies down pretty quickly. Okay, so there's that. And this is the Pepsi. And in Japan, this Pepsi, it's extra large. It's 600 milliliters compared to 500. But this is only 130 yen, and the Coke is 150. So Pepsi is the best value on a price performance. So let's see how it holds up in taste. Got the same, pretty much the same level of carbonation. Alright, let's see how long it takes for it to settle. Actually more, it seems more bubbly. Okay, let's fill it up a little bit more. Alright, now let's start with the aroma. Let's smell. You can smell the caramel flavor in the Coke and with the Pepsi. Not as much. You smell a little bit more of a citrusy scent when I do that. Let me try that again. Yeah. Okay, so let's try the Coke first. Good sweetness. Has you can taste the caramel. It has a nice secondary taste, and it goes down pretty smoothly. So I used to always think that Coke had more of a burn when you drink it, but maybe that's because when I was younger I drank it so fast. Okay, so here's the Pepsi now. It has a little bit of an aftertaste, which actually I noticed more than the foretaste, which is kind of surprising. Let me try that again. Yeah, never noticed that before, but there's kind of a strong, it's almost like the aftertaste and the foretaste hit at the same time. So it's really hard to describe it, but compared to the Coke, it really wasn't that pleasant. Let me try this again. Yeah, Coke has a consistent, smooth flavor. It coats the tongue nicely. You don't really feel any kind of a burn or anything like that. But let's try the Pepsi again. It's just not as smooth. It's okay. I think if there was only Pepsi, and of course the price is good, I imagine if I was a really hot day and there was nothing left and I wanted to save money, I'd go with the Pepsi. But just on a pure taste comparison, I have to say, Coke for the win.